Okay. Collection is nothing but it is also one variable. So a group of values stored under one variable is called as a collection. A collection is ordered group of elements of all the same type. So there are three types of collections. One is index by table or associate array or PLSQL table we call. Another is VArray. Next one is nested table. Under the collections we have these methods index by table, VArray, nested table. So what about the PLSQL record? So it is a user-defined type which is used to represent different data types into a single unit. So normally what are the data types you are having? Character data type, number data type, and date data type, long, blob, like that we are having. But so all these together I want to store in one variable, then I have to use the PLSQL record type. So a record is group of related data items stored in fields, each with its own name and data type. So it saves memory reserved for variable. It is also reducing the number of variables declaration. It is also same as the structures in the C language. So record type variable is able to hold the one single row at a time. So suppose if you are taking the employee table, in the employee table we are having the 8 columns. So one record having the 8 properties. That is one employee means employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, everything. It will together as a one row is called as a one record. So that will hold in this PLSQL record. So record type is variable is able to hold one single row at a time. This is an user-defined type. So we are creating two-step process. Here we have to create a two-step process for the record type. So one is type name is record. So within this attributes one, data type size, attribute two, data type size, like that you can define. So this is the record type called as a PLSQL record type. So after that we have to define variable. So variable name, type name. Type name is record on attribute 1, data type size, attribute 2, data type sub, like that. So after that, you can define one more variable with this type. So suppose if you are creating the declare LV underscore ename varchar of 30 LV underscore salary number. So begin select ename comma salary into LV underscore ename LV underscore salary from EMB, where employee number is equals to 736. But this is called as a scalar data type. Scalar data type. Why? Because we're defining this data type here, LV underscore ename, varchar2, and LV underscore salary, giving as the var number data type. So when I execute this, I'm getting the details here. So coming to this, another declare LV underscore EMP record, EMP percentage row type. This is the table-based records. At the time of cursors, we have seen that is table-based record, cursor-based record, like that. So here, this is called as a table-based record when we are defining the EMP percentage row type. When we are defining the row type means that is a either it is a cursor-based or table-based record. So that means it will hold the entire one record property. That is employee name, employee number, salary, hire date, commission, department number, everything it will hold in this one record. So using that we are using the select star into LV underscore EMP record. from EMP, where employee number is equal to 7369. DBMS on using the DBMS output statement, we are printing the employee name salary. So this will come under the composite data type. Okay, this is the scalar data type, means we are declaring this data type here, and composite data type means here it is holding the multiple data types in this one record. So one variable. Within this one variable, so all the different columns data it is holding here. But at a time, one record only it is storing in this variable. So same thing if you use the declare cursor C1 is select star from EMP, IEMP percentage row type, that is table based record. Begin open C1, loop fetch C1 into I, DBMS output, I dot employee number, I dot ename, I dot salary, exit one C1 percentage not found, end loop, close C1. So this is the table based I am using here. Suppose if I use the C1 percentage, what will happen? It will become as the cursor based. Instead of this table based, it will become as a cursor based record. So now what is the, how we define is we define one variable, user defined variable. These are already predefined variables we are using here. Okay. So now declare type T1 is record of LV underscore ename. This is the variable I am taking. EMP dot ename percentage type, comma LV underscore salary, EMP dot salary percentage type. That means in this record type T1 is the T1. In this it will hold the employee name and salary. And data type is in this table, what are the ename column holds the data type, it will be assigned to this LV underscore ename. Same way, salary, what is the data type assigned to this here? It will assign to this LV underscore salary. So now we are defining one more variable V1 of T1. This is the data type we are mentioning for this variable. So in the above example, how we are mentioning, this is the cursor and I cursor based variable, and in the here table based record, and here scalar data type. So LV underscore ename and data type and size we are mentioning. So user defined data type, this is the user defined data type. Now this is the V1 T1 we are mentioning. This V1 variable of type is this one, and that means in this V1 it will hold the employee name and salary. Begin select ename comma salary into V1. So here if you see this into V1, within this one variable I am capturing this ename and salary. Whereas in the scalar data type when we defined here, select ename comma salary into LV underscore ename comma LV underscore salary. Within these two variables I am capturing here. So here select into this only single variable, table based or cursor based. Within this one variable I am capturing. Same way here also coming to here, within the one variable I am capturing the employee name and salary details from EMP table and printing using this DBMS output statement. So this is the user defined record. This is called as a user defined record. Type T1 is record we are mentioning, and within this record we are taking this two variables, and for those two variables I'm using and fetching the data from here. Suppose if you are using this, one more example, this. So declare type EMP record is record of A1 number A2 varchar 2 of 20, A3 varchar 2 of 20, A4 number. I'm defining this record as this is 1, 2, 3, 4 variables. A1, A2, A3, A4. So, and one more variable, LV underscore EMP record of type of EMP record. I'm mentioning this variable as a this type data type. This holds is all these 4 variables. Begin LV underscore EMP underscore record dot A1 assignment operator colon employee number. That means in the runtime we have to pass the employee number. Based on that, select employee number, ename, job, salary into LV underscore EMP rec into this variable. That means in this variable, all this A1, A2, A3, A4 will be there. So in this it will store the data from EMP where employee number is equals to LV underscore employee number, LV underscore employee record dot A1. So what are the employee number we are passing to this variable? So this here it will verify this employee number, and if it employee number found, then it will capture the data into this variable. And using the DBMS output, I am printing this EMP rec dot A1, EMP dot rec dot A2 like this. Exception when no data found, then DBMS output employee does not exist in employee table. When value error, input value incompatible. So employee number 7839 I'm giving. Then the details it is fetching. Same time I am executing and providing the 1, 2, 3, 4. Then employee does not exist in the table. Okay. So we are defining our own records using this record type. PLSQL record type, we are defining our own variables here, data type and variables. This is a single table we are using. Suppose if there is a multiple tables. So how will you use the multiple tables in the PLSQL record? So declare type EMP record is a record of A1 number A2 varchar 2, A3 varchar 2, A4 number A5 varchar 2 of 20. Okay. So LV underscore EMP rec is a type of EMP rec. Begin LV underscore EMP rec dot A1 assignment operator same colon EMP number. I'm passing this details to this employee table and getting the details, employee number, employee name, job, salary, department name. So if you see, department name will be in the department table. Okay. So here we are using the join condition using this tables, 2 tables, EMPE, DEPTD, and we are using the join conditions here. Based on the join condition, we are getting this value. So for the employee number, whatever the employee number we are passing, for that employee number, we are getting this value and printing this. Exception when no data found, when value error. These two I am using. So here in this above, only single table we are using and getting the information. And here in this, we are getting data from the 2 tables based on the join condition. Same way if you use 1, 2, 3, 4, then it is giving the employee does not exist in employee table. Same way if I am giving 7566, then I am getting the data here. Main thing how we are capturing the data into this variables, that is the main thing here. How we are defining the PLSQL record. So here we are defined only in this example, we are defining only 4 columns we have taken A1, A2, A3, A4. Suppose if I want to take a employee table all the columns. Then so you can have this declare type emp underscore case record of employee number data type employee name varchar to job hire date salary d name department number. So now this how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns I am taking here. Employee number, employee name, job, hire date, salary, d name, department number. So this is the one record type I am defining here. Type emp underscore case record of this money, and that means this record holds this all these columns. And we are defining one variable lv underscore emp underscore rec as a type of this type emp underscore rec. That means this variable holds all these columns data at a time. Begin lv underscore emp rec dot emp number assignment operator colon employee number. So we are passing the employee number here. Based on that, select e dot employee number, e dot ename, e dot job, e dot hire date, e dot salary, d dot department name, d dot department number into this variable lv underscore emp underscore rec. From emp ed ptd where 1 is equals to 1 and e dot department number is equals to d dot department number and employee number is equals to lv underscore emp rec dot employee number. And in the dvms output I am printing this all the columns here. Okay. Exception when no data found and value error. These two are only I am taking here. If you want, you can add the when others also here. So same thing, I'm getting the data. If I'm passing the null value, then what will happen? This giving the employee number does not exist in the employee table. Okay. So you have to pass any value. Does not exist. So in this example, we are defining this variable with the again data type. We are mentioning this data type. Same thing can be defined using the percentage type instead of defining the individual whether it is a number data type or character data type. So you can take these columns from the existing table. Here this is the declare type emp underscore rec is record of employee number emp dot employee number percentage type ename emp dot ename percentage type like that we are mentioning. Instead of declaring the data type name here, I am taking from the table data type. From the employee table and department tables, I am taking this columns. So whatever the data type mentioned, that is directly taking from this here. So that whenever any change in the table side, this will not, our program will not affect. Otherwise, if you take like this in the employee number varchar of 20, employee name varchar of 20, job varchar of 20. Suppose the size is increased or decreased, then it will be problem for us. To overcome this, we are using this percentage type, employee number percentage type, ename percentage type, job percentage type. So remaining here the expression section, it is the same. We are fetching the data into this variable and using this TPMS output, we are printing the data. And in this exceptions, these are all same. Yeah, getting the data here. So we can define declare cursor C1 is select ename salary from EMP. Type T1 is record of LV underscore ename var cut of 20 LV underscore salary and LV underscore T1 of type T1. So this is the record type we are mentioning and this is the variable of type T1 we are mentioning here. Begin for I in C1 loop LV underscore T1 dot LV underscore rename assignment operator I dot ename LV underscore T1 dot LV underscore salary assignment operator I dot salary. So printing this all the employee names and salaries here. So here the main thing is how we are defining and what are the variables we are defining, what is required for us that we have to use here in this type record. So there is record type. Suppose if you want to add department number, you can add it here, department number, data type also here. So till now we have created in the anonymous block how we can use in the procedures, that is in the named blocks. So create or replace procedure P1 department number is cursor C1 select ename salary job from EMP where department number is equals to P department number and type T1 is record of LV underscore rename var cut of 20 LV underscore salary number LV underscore job var cut of 20. So and one more variable LV underscore T1 of T1. Begin for I in C1 loop LV underscore T1 dot LV underscore rename. That means this variable name dot this column name. Same way this variable name dot this column name. So here same we are assigning this I dot in the from the cursor I am fetching the data and assigning into this variables. And in the DBMS output I am printing the required columns data here. So now this procedure is compiled successfully. So how will you call this? Execute P1 of to pass the department number. Department number 10 I am passing. And I'm getting the department number 10 details. If I pass the department number 30, so 30 details I'm getting here. Okay. All this employee number 30 details. Same way if I pass any other number, then there is no data. So this is about the PLSQL record. Next we have the index by tabular associate array or PLSQL table. So this we will continue tomorrow, okay? So it will not be easy to complete within this. Tomorrow we'll continue with the index by table. Or you can call as a associate array. Associative array. Or you can call as a PLSQL table. So till now we have seen this PLSQL record. Okay. Above one, all the examples are for the PLSQL record. Now tomorrow we'll go with this PLSQL table. Any doubts here? Anyone having doubts? So how many of you tried to execute immediate with the insert statement? No one given response to the question, that one. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. By this, you can try the execute immediate with insert statement, how we are going to insert. Just give me one example tomorrow.